Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today today I wanted to film a sit down video. I wanted to film like a little bit of a life update because I haven't filmed one of these in a little bit, in about like I want to say like a couple months. I don't think I ever filmed an update, but I think when I was filming my college depression, like post-grad depression video, I was talking about some stuff going on, but I really wanted to delve into some stuff that I really feel compelled to talk about today. So let's just get into it. So today I really wanted to talk about my job that's no longer my job. So I recently quit my job, my 9-to-5 that I was working at for a year and I think like 2 months when I decided to leave. And I wanted to do a little story time about that job and like where I'm at right now. So I started that job last year in November. I don't want to say too much, but I worked in a hospital. I worked with a really well-known doctor. And when I first started there, I was supposed to be like very basic check in and check out for this space that I had. The space that just opened up in one of his private offices. Cool. So when I first started, we had a manager there that basically managed like the back office, and handled his like private scheduling. She also handled like different doctors within that private clinic. And then we had like a front desk manager. Their jobs intertwined a lot, but she was more for his like VIP patients, handling like the front desk, kind of like a front desk supervisor. But their job interlocked a lot, and they were, they both basically ran the office when one of them was out, one of them was sick. Their jobs just intertwined very much. So I worked very closely with the office manager of the back end. When I first started, I wasn't really doing a lot. I was doing a lot of entry-level stuff, but I was really working hand in hand with her. I wasn't doing what she was doing. I would help her with, stuff here and there, but I was overseeing her for about like a month, but I wasn't getting my hands dirty, basically. So a lot of times I would come into work and I honestly wasn't doing much of anything. So like people there would be like super stressed and I was just there like, I don't know what you're stressed about. So fast forward to about maybe 2 months after I started, the back end manager quit and the front end manager was fired. So after that, my mental health and my life went downhill pretty much. So again, as I said, I worked closely with the back end manager, but again, I did not get my hands dirty. And this was my first like real 9-to-5 job. This was my first real legit job. So bear with me. Like I didn't know a lot. I'm definitely somebody that's a go-getter. Like I learn very fast. But nothing prepared me for this. So after that, the doctor just randomly came to me and said, "How good are you with emails?" And I was like, "I'm good with emails," not knowing where this was going to take me. And he goes, "Okay, so I want you to be in charge of my emails," and then just walks out of the room. So I'm like, okay. The next day I got a work phone and I was given basically both of their jobs combined. I didn't know it at the time, but looking back, I basically was given an office manager job after they left, and I was coming home with I definitely experienced anxiety like during college and stuff before, but this job like introduced a whole new anxiety to me that I never felt before. Like I was I would come home crying almost every single day. I would not be able to sleep. I would wake up in the middle of the night like sweating, like can't even catch my breath because I was so anxious about like the work day, like the next day. Um yeah, it was just like it was really bad. Because again, I was doing stuff that I wasn't trained for, and I would walk into work every single day not knowing what was gonna happen. And I know some people thrive with that, and I really commend people that do. And I ended up thriving in that, because I obviously stayed for a year. But when you don't know what you're doing, and not only you don't know what you're doing, but you have no help either, and you have to figure it all out by yourself, it's extremely, extremely stressful. Like, I've never been so stressed in my whole entire life. Um, and I knew, like, you know, within a couple months, I was able to master everything that I needed to master. I became like the point person of the office. Like every time somebody needed something, I was given the job because people trusted and knew that I would get it done, which is a very rewarding feeling. And you know, that job has definitely taught me things that I would have never, you know, I feel like learned in any other like space because I was just thrown into so much. But my mental health went on such a decline that it was just sad. Like, you know, I would talk to my friends about my job and they could just feel the negativity that I was like sending out, or just the sadness that I was kind of sending out, because I was just so sad. I was so stressed. I was on edge all the time. Like, and the expectations were just crazy. Like, I was expected to work 24/7. So fast forward to, I want to say like during the summer, that's when I really was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I really want to leave. And this is where my parents came into play. And this brings me into another topic that I just feel like really needs to be discussed, because I feel like people my age and people that just hold their parents to a very high like standard, and basically their parents' opinions hold a lot of weight. And some people, that's not the case. Like, they just go by their own decisions and they don't need, you know, their friends or their parents or whatever to really tell them any different. But there's also a lot of people that really value their parents' opinions, and if their parents tell them to do something or not do something, they really, really genuinely take that into account. So when I wanted to leave, I feel like this is where generational like opinions on jobs and stuff like that really comes into play here, because when I wanted to leave, my mom was, you know, very supportive in the sense that she was like, if you're not happy, I mean, I would cry to her almost every day. So she was like, if you're not happy, you should leave. But she still like was like, I don't want you to leave. Like, I can tell that she like didn't really want me to leave. And my dad didn't want me to leave whatsoever. He was just like, Patricia, every job is going to be stressful. You're not going to have a job that you aren't going to be stressed. You're not going to have a job that you're not going to be overworked and underpaid. You're not going to have a job ever that's going to make you fully happy. And I was just like, what? And don't get me wrong, my dad loves me very, very much, but that's just those generational things that my parents grew up with, where at the time you took whatever job you could and you made the best of it. Whether it was a shitty job, whether you were getting overworked, whatever, you took that job and you stuck with it because that's what you needed to do, you know? And when he told that to me, I was really just like, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe he's right. Like, what if I don't find another job? What if I, you know, like, it really just weighed on me. And then I thought, no, like, no, I was not gonna let that be my path. And I thought that there's so much opportunity out there. I'm so young, and I'm not going to let that be my fate. I'm not gonna let that be my destiny. I am going to get a job that I'm happy with. I'm going to get a job where I feel successful and I feel truly happy. I'm going to do something with my life that is not based on complacency. It's not based on, you know, I had to stay in it because of the money. I'm not doing that. And that's when I really just had to, like, grow the F up and say, Patricia, you have to do what's best for you. You have to do what feels right for you. And yes, you know, leaving the job, you're going to be in the unknown, but I had to say that my mental health was way more important than a paycheck. And I know a lot of people might look at me like, girl, whatever. But when I mean, I was in such a dark place, and I just knew in my heart that this wasn't it for me. I knew in my heart that God brought me there for a reason. And the job, when I mean, it taught me so much. It gave me a confidence that I don't think I could have gotten anywhere else. But I knew my time was up there, basically, is what I'm saying. I knew my time was up. I knew that I extended my time there. I came and I did what I needed to do, and it was time for me to get out. So yeah, that's what I did ultimately. I left my job, and you know, I am just so happy. And I guess, like, what I want to tell people is just, like, do what makes you happy. And I know that's, like, super, you know, cliche almost, but honestly, like, if you're in a place that's stressful and is giving you anxiety, you just feel angry when you go to work, it's not worth it. Like, your mental health, I'm here to tell you, because that's something I was teetering with. I was just like, yeah, I'm feeling sad. Yeah, I'm having anxiety, but I'm getting paid. And am I really feeling that sad? Am I just over exaggerating? I have to be over exaggerating. It's not that bad. If other people are telling you it's as bad as it is, if your gut is saying this isn't right, your mental health is, you can't put a price tag on health. You can't put a paycheck on health. And when I mean leaving that job, I am so much more happy just not being there. It's truly amazing, and I'm here to tell you that your mental health is worth it, and your mental health is more important. And just go. Just go. Do what's best for you. Yes, not everybody's path is the same, but you know, I just want to really put a stress on mental health, and I just really want to put a stress on, like, generational, you know, generational, like, I can't think of the word, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, there's different ways. There's so many different ways. You don't have to be complacent. You can do something that you love. Like, you can literally do something that you love and get to where you need to be. I hope this video can help somebody out, because I know that I was in, like, literally such a dark place, and I was just like, I don't know what the heck to do. And again, like, that decision was, like, the best decision for me, and I'm here to tell you, do what's best for you. But I also want to give you a different outlook and, let you know that you don't have to follow what your parents are saying. You don't have to follow what your friends are saying. Everybody's path is different, and choose your own path. Don't do what your parents did. Don't do what your friends are doing just because they're doing this and they did it in this exact way. You don't need to do it that way. Like, if you're destined to be successful, you're gonna get there in your own path, you know? So yeah. I love you guys. I will talk to you in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.